Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys a Medicham deck. This deck was suggested to us by C. Loshida, and our fellow YouTube user has sent me a personal message to do a Medicham Eeveelution deck. Even gave me their deck list, but I did look at the deck list and I did like it. I made some modifications to it, that's for sure. But this deck's going to be built around Medicham, the 90 HP fighting Pokemon. This came out way back in Primal Clash. That was like back in January, I think, or early in winter this year. It is still 2005, though. It's got the Ancient Trait Barrage here. This Pokemon's attack may attack twice in a turn. If this, the first attack knocks out your opponent's Pokemon, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new Pokemon. You can do Calm Mind for 30 or Yoga Kick, and the problem with Yoga Kick here is that this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. So that means with Eeveelutions, it won't work. But there's a really nifty, stadium called Shrine of Memories. Each player's evolved Pokemon can use any attacks from its previous evolutions, still need the necessary energies to attack. And that way we can take advantage of things like Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon to use their effects, like Flare Effect, Electric Effect. Basically, they're the same thing, but different energy type. Each of your Stage 1 Pokemon is now a Fire type, in addition to his existing type. So if you run into Grass decks or Metal decks, you definitely want to play Flareon. So then your Medicham can hit for weakness by using Smack for 20. The idea here is to power up Smack with perhaps maybe a Muscle Band and maybe the Strong Energy. So your Smack is hitting for a base of 20, plus Muscle Band is 40, plus Strong Energy is 60. And then, Shrine of Memories, and then if you're playing against a Metal deck or something like that, or if you're playing a Fire deck, or if you're playing like Yveltal or Lugia EX or other Lightning Weak decks, you will double that and you'll be hitting for 120. Which is pretty good for only one energy. And so we're trying to be as energy efficient as we can and have a little fun at the same time. So we will be playing 4 unknowns. We're not going to be playing Shaman EXs. I know how much you guys don't want to play Shaman EXs because it's so expensive and it's hard to get those. So Unknown's a very cheap card. It's a common, very easy to get. I'm playing 4 of these, and then we're also going to be playing 1 Revive to get the Unknown back and then use the Farewell Letter again. And, we're going to play 1 Hawlucha here. This is going to be like, the one off here, Lightning Weak, has free retreat and fighting resistance. Can hit it for Flying Press for 60, and it only works on EXs. But Shining Spirit is really nice too, so Hawlucha is a good card. Really fun card to play, and matches well with these fighting decks. So this is it for the Pokemon lines. Take a look at the item cards and supporters and whatnot. We have Evil Soda, since we have a lot of Stage 1s. We have the Level Ball. Everything here is under 90 HP. We have Repeat Ball, since we have so many repetitive Pokemon. We have the Revive here, as already mentioned. That's definitely going to be going for, mostly for the unknowns. We have Sacred Ash, since we have a ton of Pokemon. Got to get these Pokemon back. They're very weak, and they're easy to get knocked out. And so we're going to have to use Sacred Ash to bring back a lot of our resources. We have the Switch here because why not? We have VS Seeker here, and then we also have the Karina. 3 of these Karinas, and by the way, it's 3 VS Seekers. VS Seekers is going to be pretty crucial in this deck. You're definitely going to have to play the VS Seekers to be able to get a lot of supporters back in your hand to use them. We have the Lysander, 2 of these, and 3 Professor Birch's Observations, 2 Sycamore, and 3 Shaunas. I think that was 3 Shaunas. No, only 2 Shaunas, 1 Sycamore. Oh my goodness, I was off by 1 for both of them. We have, if you are a computer software developer, off by 1 for array base, right? Array base starts at 0. You're always kind of off by 1 a lot of times. And so when I said 2 Sycamores and 3 Shaunas, I was off by 1. Anyways, we have the teammates right here. Only 1 of these because our Pokemon are pretty weak and easy to get knocked out. Fighting Stadium, 1 of these in case we're going to be facing against EX Pokemon and we want to do a little bit more damage. And we have the Shrine of Memories. I already mentioned that already. 4 of these, being able to use the previous evolutions. You know what? The funny thing is, we might even need to use Gnaw. You never know if you can pull off a Gnaw. Maybe you're playing against a, I don't know, maybe playing against a Yveltal, and you have Shrine of Memories out here, and you got 2 energies on this Eevee, 2 fighting energies, and then this Jolteon has a Muscle Band, and you can hit for a Gnaw and hit for 60 damage. Alright, no one's impressed. Okay, we have Focus Sash here for the fighting Pokemon. If you get hit, your HP becomes, you get a 1-hit knockout, your HP becomes 10 instead of getting knocked out, and then you discard the Focus Sash. 2 Muscle Bands, already talked about that. 4 Strong Energies, and I believe we only have 5 of these fighting energies, so 8, 9 energies, that's not a lot, but trying to be energy efficient is kind of crucial here. So that's it for the deck. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. All right, we're going to be playing against Snorfling, and it's also a fighting deck. So Snorfling right now will flip, and actually no, did we do that flip? I wasn't even paying attention, but regardless, we won the coin toss. So right now, we actually start off with a very awkward hand. Let's see here. What I want to do is perhaps what we can do is just go and play the Karina, get this out here, and yeah, let's just go for the repeat ball. I think if we can go ahead and grab another unknown, that'd be really nice. Alright, let's see here. We got the level ball. That's fine. Alright, let's get the Meditite here. Let's go with this, and we will end the turn. Ideally, what I'd like to do is retreat this unknown at some point, but my opponent right now can still play something like Strong Energy, Muscle Band, and knock out this unknown in one shot. So that's why I was a little bit cautious. I didn't want to play the Karina for the switch and switch them out. So there is the Strong Energy right there. We get hit for 40 damage. And, okay, so here's what we're going to do. Play the Focus Slash right here. Let's go for the Karina. And I'm going to get another Meditite going right now. And let's go ahead and let's get that switch. So there's that switch. I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to, mess around with this unknown here. So we do get the Calm Mind. Oh, look at that. We got an energy drop. We can do Calm Mind. I'm just going to end the turn. Can't even attack. We don't have that Shrine of Memories. Won't be able to do the smack on this Landorus here. But the Landorus won't be able to knock us out in one shot. Shouldn't be able to, even with the Muscle Band. Plus we have the Focus Sash here. We feel pretty safe. Here is a Machamp. My opponent's going to get out a Rare Candy. And there is the Rare Candy right there. I think. Wait, did I see a Rare Candy? Yeah, there. Machamp is out. So right now, my opponent's going to do Shadow Power, hit for 20, 40, and 60 damage. We will survive the turn. So there's 60 right there. Okay, no problem. We get a Muscle Band, but that's a little bit too late. Let's go for the Shauna. Feeling pretty safe. Another Muscle Band right here. Level balls galore. Alright, so my opponent is weak to water. I guess we could probably go for an unknown. Probably go for the Eevee. I think that's pretty nice. And we missed out on the opportunity here. So let's go Calm Mind. We'll just heal this off. And Calm Mind again. Now my opponent can play an Energy right now and do Sky Lariat. That should knock us out, but because of the Focus Slash, my opponent won't be able to knock us out. We should survive the turn. If we can get another Energy, we can start hitting for Yoga Kicks. Or if we can get, actually, you know what would be really nice? Off the Professor Birch's observation, if we can get the Vaporeon. Oh no, my opponent brings out this Medicham with the, oh shucks. That's going to be a knockout on this Medicham. But that's okay. We have another Meditite here with Muscle Band. And regardless, we do have the Sacred Ash. So let's go for the Professor Birch's observation. Of course we'll flip Tails. Of course we will flip Tails. Let's just go and hit for Yoga Kick 50 and Yoga Kick 50 again. Now my opponent's going to need a Lysander out more things here to knock out on the bench. And that's the thing with Lysander. It's such a powerful, powerful card. Being able to yank something out of your out of your opponent's bench to the active spot. Here is the Machamp here getting Medicham. The Machamp here getting energy drop right now. My opponent can hit us for a Sky Lariat. Won't be able to knock us out. That's right there, and that's it. We use the Focus Sash right there. Perfect. Let's go for the Professor Birch's observation, flipping Tails. And here is the Vaporeon. No need for the Vaporeon anyways. We're just going to go ahead and hit for a Yoga Kick. That should do it right there. And we'll hit for another Yoga Kick, I think. Now, we could go for a Calm Mind, but we're going to go aggressive and take out this Machamp in the next turn. If he doesn't do something dramatic here, we should be able to knock out this Machamp. Now, my opponent can still play a Switch and knock us out, actually, now that I think about it. So we definitely need to get... Oh, here's an Escape Rope. We'll bring out the Meditite here. My opponent will be able to knock out this Meditite. That's a little bit of a bummer. 2 Meditites already in the discard pile. We need to get that Sacred Ash going ASAP. And let's go ahead. We will promote the Medicham, I guess. There's nothing much else we can promote here. Let's go for the Energy right there. And you know what I really want to do? Let's just go for the Karina here. I'm going to grab a Hawlucha, and that way we can have someone to free treat. Let's go for the Sacred Ash. That looks pretty good. And this way we can Sacred Ash, bring back all these guys right here. Look at that. Isn't that great? Let's go for the Level Ball, and let's just bring back another Meditite. working out pretty good for us. Here's the fighting stadium. Yoga kick hitting for 70, and yoga kick hitting for another 70. In the next turn, we should be able to get this Medicham going. We got 26 cards in our deck left. We have a Shauna here ready to go, being able to draw us 5 cards. My opponent is ahead in prize cards, but yeah, he'll be down to 3. If we can knock out this Lucario EX, we would be tied with my opponent in the next turn. My opponent even puts another energy drop on the Lucario EX here on the bench. We see 2 more Meditites here on the bench, and this is not looking too good. We used up our Sacred Ash already, so we still have revives, which can bring back some more Meditites. But my opponent hits us for 70. I'm going to go ahead and promote the Hawlucha. That way we can have free retreat here. Potentially can knock out this Lucario as well. We do have the Shrine of Memories, but you know what? At this point, I would rather not. Let's go for the unknowns here. And I got another unknown, Here is the energy. So do we want to play the energy on the Lucario, or do we want to play it on, you know what, actually I want to play it on the Hawlucha, and that way the Hawlucha can be able to knock out. So it says that we are inactive, but we're not. I'm not sure what that's about. And let's just go ahead. We hit for the flying press. That's a knockout right here. And I mean, strangely enough, we were inactive, but I'm pretty sure we were clicking around. Here is the Meditite. My opponent can still evolve right now. Here's the Scorched Earth. We have a Lysander, which we can bring out the Machamp, knock out the Machamp, or we can Lysander out the Lucario. I think I want the Machamp. That's an easy target for us, especially with Yoga Kick. We can hit the Yoga Kick twice, and that would be a knockout on the Machamp. And then we'll be ahead in prizes that way, and Lucario EX won't be doing as much damage, but right here, my opponent's powering up the Landorus instead, and we can see right here my clock is ticking, and then it stopped. Alright, that's strange. Here is the Landorus. It's going to hit us for a Shout of Power for 60, or for 40. We have the Fighting Resistance. That's really nice. And here we go. We will Lysander out this Machamp, I think. My opponent, or we could bring out this Medicham. I think what we want to do is bring out the Medicham, huh? How about that? Yeah, let's bring out that Medicham. Or actually, wait, we can knock out this Landorus in one smack. Ah, alright, so I think we're going to do that because we have the Vaporeon here. Let's go ahead and play the Shrine of Memories. I'm just going to play the energy here anyways. We'll play the Shrine of Memories right now. And I'm going to play the, let's go for the Lysander. Oh, wait, yeah, we don't need a Lysander. Okay, here's another Medicham. That looks pretty good. And we will retreat. Let's go for the Smack. That should be a one-hit knockout on that Landorus. And then we should be able to hit something else that comes into the active spot. Haha, great. Thank goodness. And we do have a strong energy we can play on this as well. So let's go for the Yoga Kick this time around. Hit for 70 right here. We could have gone for a Smack, but that would have been only doing 60 anyways. My opponent's not weak to water. He's weak to Psychic. Here is a Via Seeker. My opponent can Lysander out something else. We got to wait and see. What does he land? Oh, never mind. He goes for a Sycamore. And you can see right here my clock is ticking again. So that's definitely a glitch right here on Pokemon TCG Online. I don't know why it's glitching like that, but I'm not sure. But anyways, let's continue the match here. Hopefully we don't lose the game due to timing out. That would be very disappointing. This is actually a pretty exciting match right now. It's a pretty intense match. My opponent will be able to hit us for a Corkscrew Smash, and that would actually knock us out because of the Machamp. And oh man, here hits us for 100 damage. I'm gonna go ahead and I think we can probably promote the Medicham right now. And this may not have been the right pick, but you know what? It's the pick I'm going to go with. Let's go for the Meditite. I'm going to get this one onto the bench. And alright, here we go. We can probably smack this twice, smack this Lucario twice, and knock him out. I think that's the way to go. And alright, so I'm actually gonna go for a Shauna. I'm feeling pretty good with the Shauna. I want some more cards in my hand. And we do have teammates here. We have Shrine of Memories. There we go. And here we go. Let's go for that Smack. Hit for only 40. Oh, it's a little bit disappointing. And another 40. We could knock out this Lucario in the next turn with the Hawlucha, and that would be the victory. We do have a Lysander here as well, so that means even my opponent retreats and knocks out the Medicham, we should be able to survive the turn. Alright, so the question here, my opponent's going to need to take 2 hits to knock us out, I think. The Yoga Kick, oh, here comes a Lysander. My opponent may be going for maybe Lysander. I don't know what he's going to Lysander, but brings out the Medicham. I think with the strong energy, my opponent's hitting us for 50. He's going to need to do both. The Ancient Trait Barrage needs to hit us twice for that. And this is going to be it. This is going to be GG. We will take the win here. I'm going to bring out the Hawlucha, and we'll just bring out this Lucario and finish the match. Oh no, your opponent's inactive and will lose the game. Oh no, we would have won the match right here. Oh my goodness, my opponent. Well, hey, I'll take the win. Oh man, what a glitchy game. That was so glitchy. I don't know. My clock was ticking. My opponent's clock was ticking. And we all know, you guys are all witnesses. We won the game here. My opponent says, Cammy says, your opponent is inactive and will lose the game due to inactivity in 0 seconds. So we won this one. We all know I got the W here. That was an exciting match. Taking out the Lucario, we were able to get that Lysander and drag out the damaged Lucario EX and finish off this Lucario. My opponent's fighting Snorfling deck, or Snorfling. There's no L in there. Okay, all right. So, well, that's one match right here. Let's go ahead and play another match on Pokemon TCG Online. All right, we're playing against Daisy Baby here, and my opponent has some Flareon sleeves as well as a fire coin, fire type coin. So we're gonna go ahead and go second. My opponent chose heads to start off the game and won the coin toss, allowing my opponent to go first. We see Blacksmith as well as DCE switches there. We're gonna start off with the Eevee. I think that's gonna be the safest route. So my opponent's gonna be playing fire Pokemon. We're going to need to get that Vaporeon to deal with all the fire types here. I do want to start off with the Eevee, though. We should have one more Eevee unless it's prized, and that way, you know, I don't want this Meditite to get knocked out really fast. That'd be really, really problematic if that did happen. We do have Via Seeker as well as a Shauna right there. We do have Lysander as well to slow down my opponent. My opponent's going to be choosing a active Pokemon, a leading Pokemon right now for her side, his side, or the person's side of the field. You never know what these avatars are. It could be a boy or girl. But again, so we're gonna have to find out who we're gonna be facing against right here. Who's the starting Pokemon for my opponent? Who's gonna be we're gonna be seeing first. And you know what? Let's hang on to the Meditite. And my opponent had no basic. We had to draw another card, and that's it. So my opponent starts off with a Shaman EX. Oh, that's very interesting. And let's go for the repeat ball. I'm actually gonna get another Eevee out here. So if my opponent does knock out one Eevee, we should have one more. So here is an unknown. Let's go with that right there. Here's another unknown. We have a Focus Sash that we don't really need, and that's it. We're going to end the turn right here. We got a teammates. If my opponent pulls off a knockout here, we could see my opponent bench something. We could see a Muscle Band plus DCE get hit for a Sky return. Eevee gets knocked out. We could play the teammates. Here is an Entei. Oh, wow. My opponent's going to be playing an Entei deck right now. Aha. All right, here's the DCE. Never mind. We're not going to get hit for a Sky Field. Here is a Blacksmith. Oh my goodness, this Entei here is going to get powered up right away. And the Ultra Ball discarding those energies. Here is a switch, knocks out, doesn't knock out the, surprisingly doesn't knock out the Eevee. Oh, that's because my opponent didn't have 2 energies. That's really nice. That's really good to know. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to have to probably play this right here, and let's go for the Professor Birch's observations. We do flip heads. We do get this Medicham here. Yeah, this is not good. If my opponent has a Lysander, that'd be very disappointing for us. Knocking out the Medicham, my opponent. Well, actually, my opponent wouldn't be able to do that, but alrighty then. This is looking pretty good. Let's see. We do not have anything. Oh, man. This Eevee will go down, and we don't have our teammates. Probably should have hung on to that, because it'd be really nice to be able to evolve the Eevee into Vaporeon and then also get the not Faded Town. Let's see, what is that stadium called? The Shrine of Memories. Here's a Lysander. My opponent's going to Lysander out the Medicham, hit us for 30. And that's it. Passes the turn. We do get a revive here. We can bring out this unknown. Let's go with this right here. Get another unknown. Let's go with that right there. Get another unknown. Oh my goodness, so many unknowns. And let's go for the Professor Birch's observation. Of course, we'll flip tails. And let's just go for the Yoga Kick, hitting for 20 and 20. And that's a little bit disappointing here. We do have a Karina, which can get us everything we need right now. And so we get hit for 30, and that's it. So here's another Medicham. You know what? I'm gonna go for the Shauna instead. Here is the Shrine of Memories, but we didn't get exactly what we needed. Alright, so we're going to go with a Yoga Kick, and then we're going to go for Calm Mind, I think. Or we just Calm Mind twice. Yeah, let's just go for the Yoga Kick. Alright, and we're going to go for the Calm Mind. Just in case if my opponent does not have the energy to knock us out, we should be able to survive the turn even if my opponent hits us for a Flame Screen. Here's a Trainer's Mail. If my opponent gets a Professor's Letter, should be able to knock us out. Never mind, we see just the Muscle Band here, and it hits us for 50. Thank goodness for that Calm Mind. We're able to survive the turn. Here's the Vaporeon. That's it. You're going down, boy. We're going to hit for a Smack. That's only 50 damage, and we're going to hit you for another Smack. And there we go, knocking out that Entei. Thank goodness the Vaporeon right here helping us out a little bit. So here comes the Shaman EX. Probably should have evolved this Eevee here that doesn't have 30 damage, but that's okay. Here's an Ultra Ball. My opponent discarding DCE as well as an Energy right there. For a Shaman EX, helping him, our opponent draw into 6 brand new cards, and someone has offered me a private trade. All right. So, you know what? The Shaman EX here very likely is not going to do anything. We're probably just going to go and hit for a Yoga Kick because my opponent... You know what? Hey, actually right now we can probably get the... If we can get the Jolteon, we can knock out the Shaman. Haha, with a Smack. Even if my opponent has the resistance, our Smack should still be able to hit for something nice. I mean, you know, right? I mean, it could bring out this Medicham here that's not injured. That way we can hit for... I wonder, can we do a one-hit knockout with a Smack? Let's see, we'll do 20, 40, Muscle Band 60. Oh, never mind, we'll be a little bit short. Just a little bit short. Alright, but, yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so here comes a Blacksmith, powering up this Entei. We see Roller Skates. My opponent flips heads on the Roller Skates. Heads again, maybe. Oh my goodness, back-to-back heads on the Roller Skates. My opponent surely likes to play these item cards and flipping of the coin. Here is a Battle Compressor. I'm going to go ahead and discard some more energies, I would assume. That way my opponent can use Blacksmith and bring back some more energies. And we even see my opponent with the, Super Scoop Up brings in the Entei. That's going to be a knockout on our poor Medicham. That's okay. You know... We have our Medicham here ready to go, and you know, we have Vaporeon here. Here is Super Scoop Up. Thank goodness my opponent flipped Tails. So I'm really tempted. Do I want to play the Strong Energy and knock out this Entei here? And we see a Paint Roller. Thank goodness we have another Shrine of Memories. My opponent got rid of our Stadium. That's a huge bummer. Now, this Entei here can hit us for 30 and knock us out. That will protect my opponent's Entei here by... 30 damage as well. So that means we're gonna have to really pull something off here to knock out this guy. My opponent flips heads off the Super Scoop Up. Our Medicham here will be able to hit for 20, 40, 60, minus 30, 30 damage, and 30 damage. That means that's not enough. Oh wow, my opponent gets a switch there as well. Alright, so this is not looking really good because of the Flame Screen. We really need to deal with this somehow. Here's another Stadium for us, Shrine of Memories. I'm gonna go for the Professor Birch's Observation. Definitely need to get some more Metatites on the field. We do miss the energy drop. Kind of wish we played it on the Hawlucha at the very least, but that's okay. Let's go for the Smack, and we're hitting for 90 damage. And we'll do another Smack right here, and that should finish off this Entei. Alright, so my opponent can still knock us out, really, since we don't use Focus Sash here. My opponent can use Blacksmith and an Energy Drop, and that would actually knock us out. But you know what? We do have an Evil Soda here. We have a Lysander. All we need is... oh, here it is. There's the Blacksmith. And, oh my goodness, man. We gotta have to deal with these Enteis. I'll have to promote the Hawlucha here. All we need is an Energy Drop. We absolutely need the Energy Drop right now. If we get an Energy Drop, we can finish this guy off. So let's go ahead. We'll play this. Let's go and grab all of our Pokemon here. These guys right here and an Unknown. And, you know what? Let's go for the Evil Soda. Let's bring out the Jolteon just in case we do need to deal with these Shamans. And I think I could probably go for a Shauna right now. We don't play Professor's Letter, so there's no way we can get it that way. Let's go ahead and go for the Shauna here. We definitely need the energy. And no, we did not get an energy. I'll keep the Hawlucha in the active spot. I'm going to play this right here as well, and let's get another Meditite here. If my opponent opts to hit the Meditite, then so be it, but otherwise, we're going to go with this. All we need to do is top deck an energy. We lost a lot of energies. 1, 2, 3, 4 energies. Basically half our energies are in the discard pile already. Here's an Acro Bike, and if we, oh my goodness, our opponent burned through her deck. Our opponent's deck is already burned through, unless he plays Professor Birch's Observation, flips heads. Oh no, my opponent flipped tails, has one more card. All we need to do is survive a couple more turns, and yeah, we will survive this turn at the very least. My opponent will not hurt himself. You know what? We could probably trouble my opponent some more. Let's go ahead. We're going to bring out this other Meditite. You know what? I'm going to bring out the Unknown. That way, maybe you can draw into something. Maybe we can draw into another energy. If we do that, we can win the game. And yes, we drew into the energy. Let's go ahead. We will retreat, and we'll even evolve right here. Let's just, you know what? Just for fun, let's go ahead and we'll hit a smack right here. Hit for 60. And hit for 60. We have the Focus Sash here. I'm just messing around at this point. Definitely could have knocked out the Entei for sure, but my opponent was going to deck out anyway. So I'm just kind of messing around here at this point. Look at that, we even heal. And so we will finish off this Entei here. Let's go ahead. We'll play this right here. Let's go for the smack. Hit for 120, and my opponent just concedes the match anyways. But hey, you know, all for fun and games. Probably didn't need to do that. Probably could have just knocked out the Entei. But even if we knocked out the Entei, my opponent would have had another turn anyways. And, you know, we had the Focus Sash, so I really was just messing around. But anyways, that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys like the video and you guys like Loshida's deck suggestion here. I did modify it greatly to my liking here for the Medicham Eeveelution deck. But if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are a new subscriber or a returning subscriber, or yeah, thanks so much for being a part of this channel and being a part of this journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button below this video. And thank you so much for watching the video. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.